Hi everybody, hi every spirit, welcome very much to my YouTube channel as a Tech Cloud Surfer here on Ezosu Gaming, also live on Twitch, finishing the live stream, just here to reflect, to express my opinion on the current state of Pokémon Unite. I love Pokémon Unite. Pokémon Unite is a great game, it's very dynamic, it's very fresh, it somehow reinvented the MOBA formula, because you have like Dota and Smite, they are pretty much copy and paste of League of Legends, while Pokémon Unite was able to bring something different, more fresh, more dynamic, and the gameplay is super like fast, fun, mobile, not in mobile as in playing on phone, but many characters are very mobile and you have a lot of ways to play the game, many strategies, and the game can turn on itself very fast. It's very volatile. That's why it's so fun to play Pokémon Unite, right? But I'm here to talk about specifically about today, or as of today, as the first day of the 7th month of 2022, or the 9th day of the 4th month of the year 10. That's a more spiritual, more astrological calendar calculation. We have some problems with Pokémon Unite, alright? And we have some infrastructure problems, and we have some character problems. So let's jump ahead to the infrastructure problems, because I think it's not that bad. I think it's not bad, the infrastructure problems, not either the character problems, alright? It just, while you play the game, like I was right now streaming for 4 hours, you feel like the game could be more fun, or less frustrating, or having a less negative experience, alright? And you have the infrastructure and the character selection. So the infrastructure problem is the ranking, or not, it's the ranking itself, because many people blame the matchmaking system, and that's not the problem. The problem is the rank system. If you have a good rank, the matchmaking will be better by default, because you being a master, the highest rank, you can play with veterans, ultras, you can play with the weakest master, you can play with the strongest master, and that's not good, because I'm right now at 1700, which is good, but it's not the best. And from now on, in order for you to really progress, you need to get win streaks. So it's not hard to win in Pokémon Unite, but it's hard, or it's a bit harder, to have a consistent win streak. For an example, I just had a match where everybody was down on both teams, but my team had an Absol around Zapdos, and the Zapdos was like this HP, right? But the Absol decided to go score, and then they got Zapdos and we lose, right? And that's very frustrating, because I have 10 wins and 7 losses, as you can see, and the majority of my losses is not their team being stronger than us and trample me. It's people being dumb, or not knowing, not having a clear perspective about the game, not being on Dreadnought, fighting on bottom and being knocked out. So if we have a better ranking system with more separation, with more levels, I will not play against people that they don't know that Dreadnought is not better. They don't know that Dreadnought is better than Rotom. Things like that. Okay, so because the game, I have 10 wins, right? And I'm not satisfied, because I know that of that 7 losses, I could easily only have 3, because the other 4, it was just like we're losing Zapdos because somebody commits a mistake, or because they're lucky. So while on the other MOBAs you have a more focused point in winning the game, I think Pokémon Unite has too much luck based, and they need to change that a little bit, rework that in some way, and just make it better, the ranking system. So I play with people of really my level, you know? It doesn't make sense me playing with veterans right now. It doesn't make sense me playing with ultras right now, you know? It doesn't make any sense playing with people so low as me, because then I just lose games because they're trying to score top where the enemy team is doing Zapdos, and even if I steal Zapdos, then they're all dead, because Either they're scoring top and they get interrupted, or they're fighting bottom for no reason, and even if I get zapped, they're all dead. So that's the only reason why Pokemon Unite feels frustrating. And it's not a lot, right? If you play some matches, it's okay. But if you... Like, I really like the game. It's really fun. I never had this fun on a MOBA before, right? And I think it's cool. I think I'm good at it. I think I have the potential. But like, I'm 1700s right now. And I know that... and that's another thing of the infrastructure situation. The win rate and the pointing system on Master Rank doesn't tell you if a person is good or not. It only tells you how many hours that person has into the game. Because I have people 1800s when I was back into 1500s and I was beating them on 1v1. I was at the right objectives. I was at Zapdos. I was at Dreadnought. I was supporting my team. And they just running around the map getting KOs out of nowhere. And maybe because they have better teammates, I don't know. Right? They just have more wins. But that's also because I was playing on a 5-stack. And that really lowered my win rate and my pointing system. But even so, we need a more tangible way to say if that player is good or not. Because right now I'm 1700s, and the player at 1900s, they might not be better than me. They just play more, or they just got more lucky, or they just didn't play in a team like I did. You know, so that's the infrastructure problem. We need a better ranking system, and we need a better way to tell if that player is good or not. Alright, that's it. Okay, it's just that, and it's very easy to improve. The ranked system just make more ranks within Masters, and don't make it possible for me to play with veterans, because many times they are the ones that sacrifice the match, because on the other side you have 5 Masters against 4 Masters and 1 veteran. It doesn't make sense, right? But that's okay, that's not too bad. And the game always feels good, even when we lose. The game it's fun in itself. But when I look at the end of my live stream and I see 10 wins and 7 defeats, I know that those 7 defeats, 50%, more than 50%, wasn't because I was playing worse than the enemy team. It wasn't because I was weaker. It wasn't because I was a worse player. No, it was RNG, or somebody on my team sold the victory away, and that does not feel good. So we need a way to make sure that I lose because I'm the worst player, or because my team is the worst, not because they got lucky or I have a member on my team throwing Zapdos away. Alright? And I think the game will be perfect then. Okay, because the game really feels good right now, but sometimes you lose and you don't know why. You played so much better, you got so much more knockouts. Before Zapdos, you were winning by 200 points, but then something happened, your team goes fighting bottom, you fucked. That's not cool. Okay? So we just need... We don't need to fix the game is cool, the game doesn't need to be fixed, it can just be improved a little bit. And then we have the Pokemon, we have the character problem, we have certain characters that make no sense right now. Okay? And especially Slowbro with Scald and Serena. Slowbro with Scald does more damage to Greninja, for an example, than Greninja can do to Slowbro in return. Then Greninja has like 5 HP, and Slowbro has 100 HP, and Slowbro can regenerate HP naturally with Amnesia, and Greninja can't. So how does that make sense? A defender does more damage to an attacker than the attacker can do to hit, and by default the defender has more HP and it can regenerate. So I know Timmy wants people to use Scald Slowbro, but don't make that move as strong as an attacker's move. It just makes no sense. Especially early game, it's criminal. Little Raboot, or Rabifoot in Japanese, Little Frogadier against a Slowbro with Scald, we can't do anything, we need to back away. And that's not the role of a defender. The same happened with Blastoise before Blastoise was nerfed. Blastoise was not a defender, not even Blastoise was an attacker, not even a tank, and it makes no sense, right? Then, so we need to fix Scald. fast, because even Delphox, I was playing with Delphox today, Slowbro takes half of my HP away with Scald, and reduces the attack of the attacker and makes you slow for the follow-up moves. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. Alright? Then we have Serena. Okay? I think Timmy is approaching Serena in the wrong way, because they're always nerfing the attack of Serena, and then it's either Serena is broken, either Serena is trash, because they are always nerfing the attack. They are missing the point. What they need to do is nerf Serena's abilities, because Serena has too much abilities. Serena, she's an all-rounder, but she does good damage, she can have a shield, she has life steal, she has mobility, and she can make people slow with her mobility, and I'm sure there is more that she can do, alright? But in one Pokemon you have 5 abilities. On Greninja you have going invisible and a little bit of mobility. You have 2 things on Greninja, one of the strongest Pokemon. And then on Serena you have 5 abilities. Okay? That's broken. That makes no sense. Why a single Pokemon has so many abilities? Right? And then, by them nerfing the attack, they're just making Serena broken or trash. Well, if they nerf the sustainability, the sustain, or if they nerf the shield, or if they nerf the mobility of Serena, and they maintain the attack high, then Serena is a true all-rounder. She can withstand, she can do damage, but because right now Serena can survive against 3 and go away. That makes no sense. Alright? And then we have LG as well. LG, but not as much. LG it's way easier to deal with, but especially early game, she was doing more damage. I was Lucario, and before she's scoring, she had no stacks yet. She was doing more damage to me, Lucario, than I was doing to the LG guys. We can't have and the same thing happens with Hoopa sometimes. But because I'm playing more solo queue right now, I don't go with Hoopa so much. How can we have defenders and supporters doing more damage than attackers and all-rounders? What's the point then? It just makes no sense. Alright, and I don't want Pokemon Unite to follow the toxic path, because that's how you get a MOBA toxic. When you get tanks, defenders and supporting, they're already unkillable, or they turn the other team unkillable, and then they do tons of damage. That makes no sense. But I'm cool with Serena, I'm cool with Slowbro and with LG if they improve the ranking system. So I lose matches because I was the weakest person, or my team was weaker, not because they had 5 masters and I had 4 masters and 1 veteran, and that veteran is trying to score top when we're fighting for Zapdos, and it's because 5 against 4 we lose. You know? Because that's really the only thing bad about Pokemon Unite. Is in the end of the day, and today was positive. Some days are not positive. And I know I was the best player, or my team was the best team in many of those matches that I've lost. Today I got 10 wins and 7 defeats, but I know that out of those 7 defeats, barely 60% was because I was the worst, or my team was the worst. It was they stole Zapdos, or my team was on bottom and I got Zapdos, but because everybody dead, we can't score anymore. So I just want to play with people that are on my level, and they know that it's not cool to fight bottom, because there is no objective. You know, even the last Dreadnought is kinda useless. So my perspective, if they don't want to change the ranking system, they need to make Zapdos less important. You know? Or it's like 2 minutes, you can still score double, but Zapdos only appears at 1 minute. Because in other MOBAs, you need to go deep into their base, destroy all the shit, and then you win. Here, you get Zapdos and you win, basically. It's not like that. There is many matches where I get Zapdos and I still lose, because my team is fighting on bottom and they're all dead, so nobody can score, right? But many matches, it's just like that. They just get the last hit on Zapdos and they win. Because of what Zapdos means, open bases. Free open bases. So I think that's too powerful to be at 2 minutes. But if you make it like you can still score double on 2 minutes and Zapdos only appears at 1 minute, the game is still exciting and fresh and it's easy to turn around. Because that's what makes Pokemon Unite unique and very cool. It's very easy to come back. And I want that to be in that way still. I don't want it to be like League of Legends. You lose one lane, you lose a certain objective, and it's super hard to come back. I don't want that. I want a volatile, fast, hype game like Pokemon Unite is. Just something that benefits the better team and punish a bit more the worst team, because now the worst team, they can just wait to steal Zapdos, or they can just wait for my veteran or for my ultra to fuck up, you know, and that just doesn't feel good. As somebody that really likes the game, I know there is more space for the game to feel better when you play it, if it's just like more fair. The better team wins, the worst team loses, and it's less based on luck, less hitting, and bad ranking system. Okay? So go ahead, Timmy, you made a great game. I know you're making a lot of money, but if you change some things, you can make even more money. So it's good for you guys on Timmy. It's good for us, players, content creators out here, because you can make more money, we can make more money, you can gather more attention, I can gather more attention, we can have more fun, we can create more content, and everybody wins. And I think it's not super hard to change the ranking system, right? So I hope Timmy listens to the content creators out there, because if nobody's playing your game, you ain't selling no skins, Timmy. Remember that, alright? So thank everybody for watching. Check the links in the comments down below. Tell me what you think about Pokemon Unite state as right now. I don't have any complaint. It's just some things are a bit too toxic, or they are not as good as it could be. But the game is not frustrating for me. Like Crashy, for example, he said that he feels very frustrated. I don't feel very frustrated with the game, because honestly, it's the people's decisions that makes the game more frustrating. They don't go for Dreadnought, they don't go for Zapdos, they don't do Zapdos when Zapdos is like this, and they decide to score 100. So the game is actually pretty good. It's the people that you play with that make you feel frustrated. And we can fix that by fixing the rank system, or rewarding better plays. Alright guys, so that's just my thoughts on Pokemon Unite. I'm not mad at all, I love the game. Every time I'm playing the game, I'm having a lot of fun. Every time I'm like, ooh, let's play today, I'm like, yes. I'm not like, ooh, I have to play it because I'm a streamer now. No, I'm like, yes, let's play. I want to get some Zapdos, I want to get some knockouts, I want to get some fire spins with Delphox. Oh, that's another one, but that's a harder one to fix. Fire spin. Fire spin is awesome when you have it, and it's broken when it's against you. So we need to do something about fire spin. I have no idea what can we do, or what can you guys on Timmy do about fire spin. It's just very toxic when you don't have it and the other team have it. But that's it guys, tell me what you think about Pokemon Unite. I love playing the game. Sometimes it's just a bit frustrating because you're winning the whole match and then you lose like that, and we need to fix that, and better people or strong players playing with strong players, and not as strong players play with players of their level. It's not fair. My whole team, 4 masters, we're kicking ass and then we lose because our veteran fucks up, or our ultra fucks up around Zapdos. Alright, so that's it, that's all guys. See you live on Twitch, see you on more episodes. So Derek Cloud Surfer, surfing out.